The Black Liberation Pooled Fund was created in the summer of 2020 in response to the racial justice uprisings that were taking place across the United States. The fund serves as an opportunity for donors and foundations to allocate investments in Black-led organizations that have been leading the charge in the movement for social and racial justice. Can you talk more about what prompted you to create this fund, what needs you were seeing, and what hopes you have for the fund's impact?
The summer of 2020 was seminal in the history of those of us who love social justice and equality and freedom. It was so important that in the middle of all of the ways in which we could all have been in a despairing, disappointed, saddened state, we had one of the most important responses to police brutality in the United States. We had a social movement uprising to really stand against the unlawful and hideous killings of Ahmaud Arbery, of George Floyd, of Breonna Taylor. And the momentum from all of those responses, from people who were previously not even politicized, people who didn't even think of racial justice as their issue necessarily. Suddenly, we had one of the largest social movements in the history of the United States, because fundamentally we all care about dignity and we care about people's lives to exist without repression. And what that showed us was that the moment has come for a real deep reckoning around racism and exploitation. And we saw institutional philanthropy, we saw individual donors really rise to meet the call of action that was coming from movements, particularly movements like the Movement for Black Lives, and many other aligned movements that were inviting philanthropy to play a really important role, not just writing statements or making pledges, but in fact, putting our money where our mouth was.